just saying out loud, from experience that I've dealt with millennials, nice people though, talented people, but one half is missing. I think they need comfort dogs. Comfort dogs! I have an aunt who eat like this. She's really into it. Like, it's just so good.
Okay.
The wall going up
Oh, the wall going up.
says, Jesse, how do you personally do the silent prayer in the morning when you're groggy?
Stop smoking pot before going to bed.
Justin Beatty says, Jesse, your beard makes you look like Mr. T.
Mr. T, he black. It's so dumb that you're going to want to drink Kool-Aid, grape Kool-Aid, because this is dumb. He wrote in one Facebook post a couple years ago, you know what? In Deuteronomy 17:12-13, if someone doesn't do what their priests tell them to do, they are supposed to die. I've never seen that in the Bible. I don't know what Bible. Is he reading the Quran or something? Hey, Eugene, welcome to the show.
Hello, Jesse.
How you doing, Eugene?
I'm good.
No man is good.
Listen, Mayor Pete is going to win the 2020 election.
Is that?
Okay.
Are you talking about Peter Buttigieg?
Yes, Mayor Pete.
But he a
Is
Buttigieg.
that, huh?
He's a Buttigieg.
Hey, let him do what he has to do.
And just something in 2019 we'll call them men, husbands. Not man and woman now. Two men. And with no shame, they're claiming they have a husband. And when we see it and hear it, we're supposed to pretend that is right. Like, oh, that's just normal. It's not, folks. It's right for you to live with a woman unmarried that make more money than you. That's right for you to do.
Yes.
So you're becoming the woman and she's the man?
I wouldn't go that far.
You have already gone that far. You're setting the example that you are the woman and she's the man. She's making more money than you. Now you're relying on her. You think you're like a man because you identify with the woman nature, so you don't know what it is to be a man.
Jesse, I'm 6'3", 205 pounds.
Doesn't mean
My
a thing.
woman-
You're just a tall woman.
She only, she's only in the mood like once or twice a week, and I respect it.
She only into what?
She's only in the mood for sex once or two times a week. Her birth control messes up her hormones, so she's not really in the mood a lot.
No,
I
you
don't
know
care
why she's
because-
not in the mood a lot for you?
Why?
You're beta. Women like real men. Real men turn women on, not betas.
No, Jesse. You know what? That she does a lot in the bedroom, and
She would end up doing a lot in somebody else's bedroom too because you're weak.
no. She
Yes,
never
yes,
did
yes.
that.
Give it a try. And if it doesn't work, you can always go back to being beta. Beta! Poor guy. That's amazing. I got to tell you, we have an upcoming conference, our 10th anniversary conference.
Hey, listen, I did a lot of work this morning in the yard. Like, I did like a man's worth of work. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So if I felt like a man, can I come to the men's conference?
This time you can't. Sorry. That's not reality.
Okay.
But Della, it's good to hear from you. How's your husband? The blacks, the homosexuals, the lesbians, the Muslims, the Jews, the whatever else are protected in a box, but not Christians, not men, and not white people, straight white people. Just thinking out loud. Amazing. Daniel is out of Illinois. Daniel, thank you for calling. You're on the air.
My wife is actually a nurse practitioner for Planned Parenthood.
What?
Yeah.
Why are you married to a woman that's helping to kill unborn children?
Okay. So we've been married, and she started working there. We kind of about maybe like a year. Just stay out of politics, really. Like,
But why
were
are you
kind of
with a
really-
woman that's going to Planned Parenthood and helping to kill unborn children? How can you live with a woman that come home from work every day knowing that she's supported killing unborn children?
Okay, so like I said, I wasn't really into politics. I honestly, even till I was like 30 years old, I didn't even know the difference.
But killing
between
unborn
pro-life
children
and-
is not a political issue. It's a life or death issue.
Oh, no.
Now that you know, why don't you make her stop?
So that's the thing, is that financially we're kind of stuck.
No, you're not. You're not
and
stuck. You can get two jobs
We got a
yourself.
mortgage, we got kids, and she's been looking for a new job.
Wow. So you have
this is the
you're
crazy
married
thing.
to a woman, Daniel, who says that she's a Christian. You say that you're a Christian, and you have children, and their mother is going to work every day and helping to kill children in the womb, and you say it's because of mortgage. If she's a nurse practitioner, she could get a job at a hospital, doctor office, or anywhere.
Yeah. So she was. She didn't go out to work for Planned Parenthood, right?
I don't
She was
care
trying-
about that, Daniel. She's doing it now.
They don't do abortions where she's at, but the transgenders, she when she first started working there, they had like a seminar thing, and they introduced them to transitioning people, right? She ends up now, she has to deal with these trans patients. They're all of them that she sees are crazy. They don't. It's not that they think that they're men or think that they're women. That like psychologically, she could tell that they are crazy.
Daniel, your wife is as crazy as you are as a transgender person. How can you call yourself a Christian and you have children and you allow your wife to go to work and kill unborn children every day? How?
Well,
that's crazy. And to make
Okay,
up the
so
excuse, listen, Daniel, listen.
Go ahead.
To make up the excuse, you can't afford it, it's about finance, it's a lie. That's from Satan. If you have faith in God, if you are a Christian and you have faith in God, He doesn't want you killing children. He'll make a way. You can get two jobs. You can sacrifice. Just imagine your wife is killing children every day, and you guys are not in a position to judge the transgender people because you're as bad as they are.
Yeah. So I guess like it's hard to. She's doing what she can to find a new job. We need the income until she quits. So
All you're doing is
really
making up excuses to kill unborn children. So your wife gonna kill children in the womb until she find a job. Oh, I just killed some more children. All in the name of Jesus. And her husband's okay with it. What do you think the outcome going to be for you and your family if this continues?
I'm really not quite sure. Well, I think the outcome is going to be eventually she's going to get another job offer and she's going to take another job.
Why don't you tell her to quit that job and you get a second?
Hands from it and keep moving.
How old are you, Daniel?
I'm 33.
Why don't you get a second job so your wife can stop going to kill children every day as a Christian?
Oh, I own my own business.
Well, Daniel, let me just say I got to run,
the money
but
that I make is the money that I make. If we had enough money, then I would encourage her to quit. You know,
Daniel, this is what's wrong with Christianity today. They say one thing and do another one. You and your wife call yourselves Christian, but your wife is getting up every morning and going to Planned Parenthood and helping to kill unborn children, and that her husband, who's supposed to be a Christian, is allowed it to happen. How will you encourage anyone to turn to God away from Satan?
Well, I think that as far as me encouraging people to turn to God, I'm a clean addict from heroin and meth. I got clean. I
No,
think you're
nobody care about your heroin and mess.
clean. No. I actually have a point. I'm not just beating around the bush. That's kind of how I think that.
Daniel, call me again, buddy. Call me again. Bunch of excuses. That's what Satan does. He give you excuses to continue to serve him. Amazing. How do we endure all things? That's my biblical question. Hathaway said, Coors Light. And so he believed you endure all things with Coors Light. Amazing. And by the way, it's manhood hour. What is a man? What is a man?
It's an adult human male.
Manhood. Hillary or President Trump?
I voted for Hillary Clinton.
Beta. Beta male. A man is a male who turned to man. Alpha male. Live right, be right, and lead the way. Beta male.
Oh, beta male.
Amazing. Jones is a white man, white liberal. Beta. They're both a beta. So my PR person is telling me it's not treason, it's treason. 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 I'm black. And I can get away with it. The Democrat is so deep in hell, so far left, they're having lunch with Satan and dinner.
Let him have a say.
They are worse than the KKK. And black America who are suffering are not suffering because of racism. They are suffering because they are growing up without fathers and mothers in the home. And these kids are first being made angry in the home about that. And rather than dealing with that anger,
Let him finish. Go ahead and keep me.
rather than dealing with that anger, they go out into the community and they have people like Jesse Jackson and the NAACP, Barack Obama and others telling them it's the white man. And when you're already angry, it's hard to believe the truth. But if a man is having sex with a woman before marriage, he's going to cheat on you after marriage. Bank on it. And not all, but most.
So, Jesse, I just want to say I'm a big fan, and I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
And I hope that you keep doing this.
I appreciate that.
I'm an immigrant in the States. I've been here for about 3 years now.
Are you legal or illegal?
I'm in the middle. I'm legal, but...
illegal! Women who are trying to get you to shave hate you. They hate masculinity. And they'll turn you into a feminine person. And if there's another man trying to get you to shave, they have already been turned into a woman. So they're trying to, because evil hate good, and they want to draw you down with them. You know how when you smoking pot, if you're at a party or in a room or sitting around smoking pot, it's so good. And then you hand it over to the next person, they're like, "No, man, I don't want it." You get all, come on, why you don't want, you weak? And then, no, I don't want it, man. I told you. And now you're mad at the person because evil like bringing down evil. Thomas is out of Michigan. Thomas, thank you for calling. Get it off your chest, sir.
Hey, Jesse, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Thomas. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Hope all is well. I haven't talked to you in a minute, but man,
No, man, it's good.
Jesse, the last few times I heard you, I heard a couple lies you was telling, bro.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
I thought you was an honest man.
Tell
Jesse.
me lies, don't patronize. Tell me lies. Give me one lie you heard.
All right. First of all, you said you told a caller.
Are you a Christian, Thomas?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you believe in God.
All the way.
All right. Tell me one lie I told.
You told a caller this black guy was asking you about the Jim Crow laws,
Yes.
and you said it was a good time.
It
And I
was
couldn't
for black
understand
people.
Why you?
You mean for
It
black
was a
people,
bad
right?
time for black people.
No, it wasn't. What was the bad time?
Black people, Jim Crow laws, we had to sit in the back of the bus.
And
We
that's
couldn't
bad.
vote. We couldn't use the. Yeah,
What is
because
bad
they're treating
about
you as a
sitting in the-
second-class citizen?
What is
They're
bad?
not treating you as an equal human being.
What is
Jesse.
bad about sitting in the back of a bus? That's the first plane to black people run
If
to
somebody
now.
tells me, yeah, because they got trained to do that over the years, young black kids, but
So
people
the
with
black
dignity,
kids
like
who
my
were
parents,
sitting, the black kids who were
Listen.
sitting in the back of the bus today were trained by Jim Crow to sit in the back.
some of them was passed down with that, and kids think it's fun because they don't know.
Now you lying.
They don't know the origins
Now
of that.
you're
Jesse. My
lying.
parents and people your
People
age know
sitting in the
origins.
back of the bus because it's comfortable back there. They don't have to
Some
have
people think
eyes.
that.
Some people are insecure, and they don't need
Okay,
all
let me say
eyes.
this. Let me finish.
Let me finish. They don't need
go
all eyes looking on them, so they sit in the back. Even at my church
But you're
service.
making it sound
Yeah,
good.
hold on,
If
man.
somebody said, get
Let me put them on hold. People sit in the back of the bus because they don't want to be looked at and feel more comfortable. Isn't that right, Joe? Yeah. So this man Thomas lying again.
You always go to the back of the
Yeah,
bus.
you go to the back. You looking at everybody else, nobody can see you. In our church service, we have to invite the people to come down front, right?
Right.
Because everybody end up in the back seats.
Right.
So Thomas lying, and that nobody trained them that from Jim Crow, and that wasn't passed down from black people. What a liar. Thomas, so you lied about that.
hello, can I talk?
Not
Hello?
over me.
Can I speak now?
Go ahead.
Jesse, the way you try to deflect and say things is so ridiculous. Jesse, they were telling you, boy, nigga, get to the back of the bus.
Who told you
Why do
that?
you think she stood up? Why do you think Rosa Parks stood up and said no more of this?
May I tell you why?
I can't go. Did you have to sit up at the theater at the top and go through the back door?
It was
Could you go
fun.
to the front with the white
So
folks?
let me
Jesse,
answer
where you
some of
lived
your
at in
questions.
Alabama?
Let me answer some of your questions first. Number one,
Just
no
think
one
about it.
ever. No, I have to think about it. I grew up in it. No one ever
I
said.
know you did.
No, I'm putting Thomas on hold. You sound like a black woman. You keep interrupting. No one ever said, nigga, boy, get up and go to the back of the bus. No one ever said that to me in my whole life. Thomas, what else?
So you said I'm lying about all of that?
Yes.
Okay, so you're never going to agree to me. So I have another question.
Oh,
for you.
let me tell you why Rosa Parks stood up on the bus and said, oh, I'm tired of this. It was planned by the NAACP. Rosa Parks was not one day coming home, nobody was aware, and she just stood up. Lord, I ain't gonna sit in the back of this bus no more. I'm just tired. It didn't happen that way. It was planned by the NAACP, okay? And as a matter of fact, they had chosen another woman to do it, and just before she did it, at some point, they found out that that black woman was pregnant out of wedlock. They like, this ain't gonna work. Ain't nobody gonna accept this for some pregnant black woman trying to stand up and talk about she's tired. They said, okay, we can't use her. And they found Rosa Parks to do it. And they tried to portray it as though somehow or another, Rosa was just so tired. And she was coming home from work one day, and Rosa said, Lord, I ain't sitting in the back of this bus anymore. Kevin is the first time call out of Illinois. Kevin, you're on the air.
Hello, Jesse.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you, buddy.
Well, I don't believe in affirmative action.
But as this, though.
Let me just finish, please. And I respect you, but I will say this here. Not every black person grew up in the inner city or the ghetto or in a cluster storm of debauchery.
And your point is what?
My point is, I'm a black man. Affirmative action came out in the late 70s. That didn't come around when I was around, not when my parents came around.
Okay,
And
so
what you call the Great White
if it did happen,
came to my town. I'm just telling you.
What year did affirmative action began for black people? What year did it start?
I think 78.
And were you out of school at that time?
No, I was 5 years old at that time period.
Oh, and then after that, after affirmative action, you went to college?
No, I didn't go to college till 91.
Well, that was affirmative action
in
then.
Illinois, we don't take the SAT. We take the ACT.
I know, but that's affirmative action. Believe me, you only got in there because of affirmative action.
Before we go further, the ACT did not take in racial preferences.
Yes, they did. Believe me.
No, they did. I took the test.
But you didn't. But you didn't pass.
I'm a graduate of Illinois State University.
I know, but you didn't have to pass. They just didn't tell you.
No. Wait, one thing. Don't say my black self got in because of my skin, because they went by your scale of the grade.
No, they didn't. No. I don't believe that.
Yes, if you don't believe it, I'll put. See. Like I said, I love your show. I agree with a lot of things you said. But I don't know how it is in the West Coast because we don't take the SAT. In Illinois, they got rid of the SAT and took the ACT.
Kevin, what you're not admitting is that affirmative action was...
I'm not admitting because you didn't even know. If I told you I was black, you had to hear it from my voice.
But what you're not admitting that affirmative action was... Hold on, Kevin. Hold on, man. Hold on. Hold on, Kevin. I'll put Kevin on hold. What Kevin is not admitting, affirmative action was introduced in the early 60s. And since that time, black people have not had to earn their way. And they have been lowering the scores. They've been lowering the SAT stats. And blacks are not graduating with real hard work and doing the right thing. They're graduating because the instructors are afraid not to pass them on to the next class or grade or whatever and graduate them because they'll be called racist. Blacks are not earning their way, and now they have lowered the SAT score even more so to let them in. And I don't hear a truckload of black people denouncing affirmative action. Now they want reparations. I don't care what Kevin is saying. Kevin did not earn his way. It's just hard to admit it, right, Kevin?
No, Jesse, you're wrong. Okay, I'm still black, and I'll tell you this up front. When it comes to intellect, you don't want to go there with me. That's why I got upset when you said every white person is smarter than black. And I'll say this here. Those black people make me sick. The majority of women who I dated, what do you think they were?
White.
Oh, you guessed that one correct. And I sure didn't act like Tyrone off the street.
Well, I got to run, Kevin, because I want to squeeze.
Yeah, you got to run. But I wanted to say, I love your show, and I love a lot of things you say.
Thank you, man.
But, but don't judge every book by its cover, especially when somebody calls.
Do you...
Because you probably thought I was Caucasian.
Kevin, are your kids with a white woman or a black woman?
They're with a white woman.
Ooh.
Blonde hair and bluish green eyes. And not fat, and not the one that acts ghetto. I mean, preppy as preppy can be.
Amazing. Call me again, Kevin. I appreciate you, man.
I won't call you again, but you know something?
Call me.
Not Earl or T. Okay?
Call me again, Kevin.
You just don't.
Thank you, Kevin. Is he drunk? He sounds drunk. Doesn't sound like he's been drinking. He's nice. Call me again, Kevin. Ryan is a first-time call out of Florida. Ryan, thank you for calling. Get it off your chest.
Heard around the world.
By everybody and their mama.
And their mama. Kevin had a little bit too much to drink. He started the weekend early.
Yeah, I think did he sound like, I don't know if he drank, but does he sound like he would?
I was in the hospital, I had surgery. He didn't come and see me or nothing. He said his sister had to go out and he couldn't leave his mother.
How old are you, Christina?
I'm 62.
Do you have an...
He's 56. He knows how old I am.
He's 56 and you're 62?
Yes.
And do you have any children?
My house is a dump, and he tells me my house is a dump. And if my kids weren't here, or my kids were here or something, they're not here now. But they don't like him because they feel like he's using me.
Why do you need a boyfriend?
Well, he told me how much he loves me. He bought me a set of rings, but they're not real. But he did buy me a present for Christmas.
Is he in the background?
It was for my Christmas and birthday. I went to the store to get a bigger chain. Guy told me it's from a bubblegum machine.
Christine, let him go. You don't need a boyfriend, all right?
You think he's using me?
Yes.
I think he wants my house.
Yeah, he's using you. Let him go. You're too old for a boyfriend. I know we can find. There's a certain point where this thing will do something. So, what else? Don't forget our men's conference, June 15th. It's going to be amazing. 13 and up. Go to rebuildingman.com and register.
You better go talk to your mama, better stop at the drama, better drop all the trauma. Boy, you better stand up and up. Put your hand up and hut. Cause if we don't, then we lose, and then we gotta hear the fake news. Whoa.
No way. I know we can find no way. Find a way.
Must know that so you can
know.
Something went wrong,
Okay, cool.
I know we can. I know we can.
They named their kid
Who?
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.
Who cares? Meghan ain't what she seemed to be either.
Right.
And her husband, Beta.
Okay.
Anthony Preston says, I want to attend the conference, but don't have enough money to register. How can I get sponsored? I know this conference would change my life.
Get a job.
Savage. Savage. Savage.
Your buddy A.
Savage. 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 Savage.
We're all jacked up. Who knows?
Savage. 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 Savage.
Can you imagine being a radical homosexual with the name Butt Judge? All is well, sir. How you? No man is good. When I was growing up, a man's word was his contract. You didn't need to write out a contract. It was a handshake.
I love Get a Job. He's the one that introduced me to you.
Get a job.
She also pushed for equity and inclusion. Gay.
It's nice to have a talent, but it's better to have values, respect. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. Just saying out loud.
Well,
Michelle knows she's the boss.
That's not true, Jesse. My woman is, my wife, I'm married now, but my wife is 3 months older than me, and that doesn't make
Beta!
I run this
Beta!
household. If I tell her to get her butt up in there and cook, she's going to get up in there and cook.
Of course.
That's what you call being the head of your wife. And see, some men are afraid to say that, but I'm not afraid.
That's what you're saying now because she's not listening.
Huh?
That's what you're saying. She's not around.
No, I'm saying she's not around now because I just dropped her off at work. But if she was around, she'd know the deal.
You and your wife have kids?
Yeah, we have one child.
And you still make her go to work?
She works because she want to work.
But why don't you make her stay home if you're such a man?
But she works because she want to work. So
but I thought you were the man. I thought you were the man. Why not let her be home with a little kid?
I cannot physically stop her from working. She's still a grown man. A grown woman at the end of the day. You know?
But you can make her go in the kitchen and cook, but you can't make her stay home from work. I rest my case. Thank you, man. I gotta run. Amazing.
Skip McBurney, schools are teaching kids it's normal to be queer.
When I was growing up, and there had been a drag queen or sissy or whatever, I knew not to hang around with that person without even thinking about it, because taught in the home to do the right thing.
Jesse, I'm 34 and I still live with my mommy and daddy.
Beta!
My mom won't let me leave the house without a bagged lunch. What do I do? A pit bull bit my upper lip off, but I'm still enjoying the show. Jesus Christ is Lord, and these prescription pills are amazing. Can I get a lesbian?
You know, speaking of dog, I don't know why they started letting people bring dogs on the airplane. That
Terrible.
is gross.
Yep.
And it's just not normal. There was a black guy. He had on these dirty-looking sweatpants, and he had all the African breed things. But he had a pit bulldog. Looked like a pit bull.
A bulldog, I think.
I don't know. They all look the same. And this dog was barking and carrying on, and they
Stronger than him.
And he had to he kept tugging at the dog, and they let him bring him on the plane. I'm like, if this man happened to sit next to me, one of us got to go. But fortunately, he was on another road way away. But it was just a shame that America is sinking so low. We all know you shouldn't be allowed to bring dogs on an airplane.
If they do, it has to be in the box with the luggage.
I don't even want no dog in no box.
I don't even believe dogs or cats or anything should be pets. I don't think they're supposed to be
Who
pets.
want to have lunch on the airplane with a dog right there? I remember once I was flying, and I happened to be in first class, and there was a white man sitting at the window, and I was on the aisle. When I went to my seat, he was sitting there with a dog in his lap. I'm like, I ain't sitting here. I'm not sitting next to no man and a dog. And then behind me was a woman with a dog, white woman, and a black woman sitting next to her. That black woman like, I ain't sitting here next to no dog. Like, I want no dog. She just stood up, wouldn't sit down.
So they moved the whites
They
together.
had to
put
move the
blacks
whites
together?
around, yeah. So finally, a white woman said, I'll sit next to the dog. I don't mind. I'm like, this is so white. And so when I walked past the black woman, one of us said to the other, they know black people don't like no dog. We don't want to sit next to no dog. That's a white thing. Isn't that funny? Would you sit next to a dog on the airplane, Joe?
No, I'm not a big fan of animals, but
And sometimes,
I'm allergic to the animals.
Oh, you are?
To dogs and the cats. So I don't. But people don't think about that. They're just trying to drive on or ride on the airplane with their animals.
I know, it's crazy. And now they bring them to the supermarket everywhere. And sometimes a dog be farting.
They put them in strollers now, too. You ever seen that?
I haven't seen it. I think I have seen it. And thanks for a wonderful, amazing, hola, si senor, mamma mia, gracias birthday. It was amazing this week. Thank you all right? I love you all, and thank you. Have a good one. Bye. Boy, bye.
Shout out to Jessie Leo, that's amazing. She wear a cross, but yeah, her daddy Satan. I say my grace and do my silent prayers. I run my city, Tucson, on the mayor. This PC culture, man, this shit ain't funny. I'm voting Donald Trump in 2020.